All right. Welcome to another YouTube extra for the Sunday Night Army podcast. I sit here in a great mood. It's between Christmas and New Year's. So I'm excited. And I wanted to throw out another video covering some things. If you guys like the background and appreciate that. I appreciate it because it gets shared on Instagram. If you haven't seen the Instagram yet, make sure you go check that out. Lots of cool stuff happening on Instagram. And I have my Christmas growth in right now because I am on a holiday and I don't care. And this is the only video that I'm doing. There's no TikToks going on or anything. So anyway, welcome back to the YouTube extra. On this extra, kind of between the holidays. Yeah, we're stuck between holidays right now, which is great. Hope everybody had a good Christmas and other stuff going on. I hope it was fantastic. Hope you were with your family, had a good time. And I wanted to throw this video before the New Year's because there's a lot of stuff happening for the New Year's. If you haven't seen the Prudent podcast, we are back on the Prudent podcast last week with an episode, and we're coming back with a brand new episode this week, this Friday. Coming up, we'll be sharing that shortly as this episode drops on YouTube. We'll be sharing our Prudent podcast, what's coming up on Friday. Now, also, I hope you caught up on all the music artists that we had in 2022. Hopefully 22 treated everybody great. And fantastic music artists have been on the show. What's going to happen in January, on Sunday, January 1st, I'm dropping an episode I'm about to record right now on some interesting things. I'll be talking some music. I'll be talking promotion. I'll be talking opportunity, especially talking local, because there's still a lot of misconception on what this show does, what happens with music and other things local. And I've been asked to do this. So I'm going to start off the year doing this. There can't be any issues with anything else because I'm going to cover exactly what everybody asks for right at the beginning of the year. We'll go from there. It's episode 1. Now, expect more episodes at some point. Now, I'm going through an internet transition. Again, another provider is coming in until I get my fiber in the studio. It's going to get rough for the next 6 to 8 months until that happens. So I apologize. Episodes as many as I can. It's crazy schedule of things happening in the next 2-3 months here. So I'll be trying to schedule some music as soon as I can because I want to do more interesting artists on the show. And I do want to have more bookings coming up. I don't know exactly when. When I know, you will know on Instagram and Twitter. And I will put it out there first. Now, if you're on Facebook, that'll get there also at some point. But as soon as I have a schedule going, I will let everybody know. I know there's people clamoring to be on the show. We'll get to that. We have to address some other issues first. But the studio is getting some upgrades while my internet's crappy and I'm moving providers and internet's on, just all over the place for the next 6 to 8 months. I am updating the studio for better sound, for better things. So it will have a different look. I might post some pictures if anybody's interested in what it looks like once I get all my crap in by mid-January. So that is fantastic news. I'm excited. I love to have the studio completely finished, which is going to be very close to being finished and upgraded. Now, let's talk about some upgrading because there's some upgrading things that over the holidays might happen that not always the most easiest or comfortable thing to do. Like me, upgraded from one phone to the new phone thing. And am I excited? Absolutely not. I hate doing it. I hate changing phones. And for those who have things that they do on the side for fun, hobbies, podcasts, and media and other things that you do, you know how pain in the butt it is to move everything over. And just with my phone, it took me a full day yesterday to get most of the things going, remembering passwords, remembering this and that, and how it's supposed to look. Making sure you get all the apps you want, all the apps that you were working on, all the apps that you were used to running, and it's just all awkward and similar phone to what I already had, but it's 4 years or 3 years newer, I think. So it's all awkward, but that's not the worst thing, because the worst thing is kind of remembering the passwords and getting the emails in, and then if you forget passwords or anything else, you can go to email. It's just a pain in the butt. But when you go to contacts and then you want to transfer your contacts, because I don't like having the company or wherever I go out of the store going from one phone, attaching it to the other phone and attaching, like syncing everything together. I like to go through things manually. I like to go through everything manually because I don't need all the photos. I'm still keeping my other phone because I'll be a work phone for the show. I'll be strictly Sunday Night Army episodes and things are going to be off of my old phone. but my new phone's going to be for everything else. I don't want to sync everything to my phone, and I'm looking through my contacts because my new phone's going to be for calling and texting. Who calls anymore? Like phone calls, for texting and everything else. And you ever get to that point when you're just looking at your contacts, you're like, not moving that one over. Don't need that contact. And it's like, oh, this person's in my phone. Don't really need that person in my phone. And then you go from like your list of contacts, and this is the first time the last time I did it onto this phone from my old phone, 3 years ago, I cut my contact list in half. And then this time, I think I cut it by a quarter from that. So my contact list is getting shorter for people I actually talk to. It doesn't change for anything online or any other social media, but like people I directly text and call. So that there's, I think, my contact list. Let's be honest. I'm going to give you this. My contact list on my phone, people I text directly, is very limited nowadays to maybe a couple PR people that I know extremely well. Obviously, my producer and like a dozen of my friends, and that's it. There's nobody else that get texts from me or you want to text. Everything else is social media, contact, DMs, and everything else. But that list is super limited, and it's awkward because you're going through one phone's list to another. It's like, not gonna add this one. Last time I talked to you was like a year and a half ago. Not doing that. Next, and then just go through all that, and then just like, yep, that is just whatever. Down to like 25 contacts total out of whatever amount of numbers before. So cutting down, it's just one of the weird things when you get a new phone and you have to do that. Yeah, a lot of people just jump into the store, just sync it all together, boom, they're done. I don't like doing that. I like clearing out my phone, and this kind of puts, especially at this time of the year, puts me in a new perspective, kind of cleanses everything. The show's getting a start. Again, we don't stop here. I do not stop. Like, it's weekend. Every Sunday is an episode. I haven't missed one in 3 years. So it's still a new start. It's January 1st. It's different. It's gonna be different. You hear the new intro on the show, and I figured to do the same thing with a phone. Clean start, fresh start. Just start it all again, and I'll do it all at once. And I figured it's a great time to do it. That's why I have a new phone, and I'm kind of excited about it. We'll see. We'll see if it's any good. The reviews on it are garbage, but hey, whatever. We'll see how it goes. But I'm excited because, again, Prudent Podcast is back. I'm back. I've never gone anywhere, but I'm back with fresh episodes. And we'll see. Give it a couple weeks before I maybe actually put up how to submit music. Still working on that. And, these apps aren't always gelling well together. So I want to put a poster up and send that everywhere. And once I get my schedule, there'll be lots of dates to record. But January 1st, expect an in-depth episode on what's happening and some ideas on music and submissions and contacts and what I was asked to talk about. I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to record that very shortly. Again, awesome. Still kind of in the spirit. Bunch of local gear on from 2 different local companies. I don't know if you guys can hear that, see that. It has giant Windsor W on the front, supporting local. And I have another, again, a good local, maybe a positive local episode that I'm going to be recording next, but we'll see how that goes. Because the topics I'm asked to talk about is promotion in music locally. So we'll get to that. It'll be interesting. And let's get that out there. And I hope you guys like, follow, subscribe, YouTube right here. Hit the subscribe button wherever it is, and check out the show in the description below with the links. And again, I appreciate everybody watching, helping me grow YouTube, because YouTube is very, very, very painfully slowly growing. Like 47 subscribers. I appreciate it. It's fantastic, but I always get these numbers up because I needed to be on par, because I like doing these random YouTube extras with random info, with random stuff. I want to do more of these at least once or twice a month. So let's grow this channel. Like, follow, subscribe, help me out, and let's get it on par with everything else, because the show is killing it in over 95 countries. We're so close to 100. I don't want to say 100 yet. It's so close, but it's almost 100 countries. And I know for the artists and musicians on the show. It's not a big deal, but it is for someone who talks for fun and shares their music. It is a big deal to me, and I find it super fun and fantastic that I've been almost in 100 countries listened to. So let's keep that going. I appreciate everybody, and Happy New Year. And the new show is coming up on January 1st, and we'll get it rocking right off the top. A brand new year. All right, I'll talk to you guys soon.